Joining me now is Michael Weiner. Hello, Michael. Welcome back to the broadcast. Thanks for being with us.
Good evening, Brandon. How are you?
I'm good. Gold is headed toward $3,700 an ounce. Silver is headed toward $42 an ounce. Why this big aggressive move?
Why not? The reality is I brought this up and I told you that usually during the summer, if we go back in our shows, that it's usually dull. And it wasn't. And I said, when we start coming into September, which we're going to have the end of the year end for the U.S. government is September 30th. They're talking about the budget. We can see from these monsters that call themselves Democrats that are socialists and communists, how they handled themselves yesterday, which was absolutely despicable in Congress. I don't believe that they're going to cooperate with a budget. So I might move my prognosis up even faster to maybe 3,800 at the end of this month. But I still think we'll probably hit 37 by the end of this month. But I'm still sticking with December 1, 4,000. Gold is money. The situation with digital currencies globally. We're not the only one calling the shots. What Donald Trump has been finding out since he's been in office is everybody's sort of ready for him this time. It isn't like when he came in the first time and he hit him with the tariffs and everybody ran around, didn't know what to do. They've been prepared, and things aren't going as quickly as he might have thought. And at the end of the day, we're right now seeing slowdowns in various different areas and concern from people and companies that are going to affect us. So I think gold tied into the digital changeover and the new currency system, including in this country coming up in the months ahead, are going to push gold up to ridiculous levels over the next 3 years. This year, though, 4,000, 4,200. End of the month, 3,700 is more than likely. For goodness sake, we've gone up 200 in 2 weeks. So I'm not really concerned about 3,700 as an issue.
Here we go. Gold eyes 4,000 to 5,000, momentum fueled by Fed outlook. So you will not be shocked to hit 5,000 an ounce. Is that what I'm hearing, Michael?
I've been in it since 42.50, so I'm shocked to see it. I'll be shocked to not see it hit $5,000 an ounce next year. I think that there's no way around it, that the currencies globally are going to be tied into gold. Our central banks of the world are getting in that direction, including our main enemy, China, who's playing a lot of games with both gold and silver, and mostly gold, that even the U.S. government is aware of and making moves to repricing and of the gold market. So we're going to have a new currency, and that currency that we have, and I guess people didn't pay attention to the Genius Act. The Genius Act establishes us with a stable-going environment with controls on cryptos, all in the means of restructuring, revaluing, and devaluing of the dollar. And that's up and coming attractions, not in years, but in months. And people got to realize to get ready for it, because the only literally situation right now that they can count on for stability and strength will be gold. They have to devalue the U.S. dollar. That is collapsing. And we are losing strength. We need to build strength. And the only way we can do that is by absorbing debt and devaluing the dollar.
All right. So at what point
on the table?
So at what point does someone say, "But I'm afraid, to get in because it may come crashing back down, and so if I put in now, it'll crash back down. I lose a lot of money." What about that?
At normal times in the market, we don't sell. We're not. If you're here and you want to just speculate on price, then we're the wrong company. We deal with people with asset preservation and long-term situations. So the market's fluctuation is healthy. Okay, it's a matter of what the direction of the market going right now. And in today's world, the direction of this market is up. Now, I hope we have days where there's corrections and there's dips, because that's healthy. Nothing should go straight up. That's why we have a problem in the stock market. That's exactly why the stock market is a major flaw area because it's just gone up and up and up, and we forgot the roots of our country, and we spend way too much time worried about the Dow Jones than worry about manufacturing, business development, small business development, because that's the backbone of America, not Dow Jones.
Right.
But, again, we're looking at a situation right now where we are in a positive vein, and that vein is going to go on for 3 years. And I hope there's peaks and valleys. But right now, I can say buying gold below $4,000 an ounce is a deal. And last year in August, I had looked my notes for one of the shows that we had done, and I said at that time, people are going to remember buying gold below $3,000 an ounce. And guess what? How many of you remember that?
Yeah.
Because we said that.
Here we go. Trump can't stop this. BRICS buys 60,000 ounces of gold to hammer the U.S. dollar.
Correct.
That's Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, the BRICS banking system they're building as the alternative to the dollar for those who are new listeners, new viewers. They're looking to de-dollarize, to get rid of the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency.
Correct. And they made it perfectly clear from the onset. And when you started talking about BRICS years ago, I think in 2011 and 12, you brought it up. Nobody paid attention.
Nope.
It's the same thing when we talk about Genius Act. Nobody paid attention. Nobody paid attention July 3rd when China came out and said, guess what? We are creating a global financial system to mirror the United States government, to make it a basket of currencies, world versus the U.S. government being the world reserve currency, which I said previously is so dangerous for us. Being the world reserve currency, and for people, a lot of people go, what is the world reserve currency? That is when countries pay each other, they convert their money to U.S. dollars. It's a major means of payment. If we lose that strength, we lose economically, politically, geopolitically, militarily, and that's why China's attacking it, and that's why they're tying gold into their system, because they want to show strength over our system, which is why Trump and Besant are embracing gold through the Fort Knox issue and other things. So, again, right now, the BRICS are going to continue to hammer gold. So is the European Union, quite honestly. And it's going to turn out to be a very strong element. And that's why the Union Bank of Switzerland's president called for $5,000 gold next year, because it's not being treated as a commodity anymore. It's a financial instrument. Second, as he put it, the second strongest financial instrument in the world. The first is presently the U.S. dollar.
So 2025 subtract 2012 is 13 years. So for 13 years, we've been warning about the death of the U.S. dollar, the petrodollar. So there it is, 2012, one of our broadcasts. Here's another one. Saudi Arabia and China team up to build a gigantic new oil refinery. Is the beginning of the end for the petrodollar, 2012. So 11 international agreements that are nails in the coffin of the petrodollar. So we've been warning people for 13 years. And I wonder what gold was back in 2012 when we were warning about that.
Around 1,300, 1,200, 1,300.
Yeah, well, we predict trends here, folks. That's what we do. They can either, act on it or not. That's up to them. All right, let's go to another one. Wells Fargo CEO sees more downside to U.S. economy as lower income consumers struggle. Are we in a recession already?
Well, I think we were in a recession under Biden, just nobody called it. And, unfortunately, President Trump is dealing with the leftovers of what he got. And in straightening a matter out, realities come in. They lied, cheated, and stealed under Biden, amongst other things, and killed probably. But more importantly, when we're looking at this situation right now, I agree with them that I think we're into a slowdown. I think the stock market is going to go through not a collapse, but a correction that'll be dramatic, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 points, which isn't a crash. A crash would be 15,000 points. And I believe that the situation with hiring and business is very skeptical right now. They're trying to get comfortable with everything. And they're being, right now, even when we're seeing a little bit of concern, is this whole thing with a federal judge trying to block Donald Trump's ability to do tariffs. People who don't understand that realize the fact that he has already signed deals. He's already collected money from countries on tariffs. If we lose that in the Supreme Court, we not only lose the ability to have a president deal with tariffs. Tariffs go back to James Madison and Thomas Jefferson. If a president doesn't have that capability, we not only lose financial strength, and the presidency does, but we're going to have to return all those tariff money to countries. We have to send money back. It's going to be very interesting. So this is exactly why, Wes and I are running around sending notifications to people, telling the people, wake up, call us, review your portfolios, hedge, shore up. And a lot of people are going, call me tomorrow. Well, all right, fine. You call us tomorrow, pay more, get less.
Wow. Let's go to this one real quick before we wrap. And that is Standard Chartered predicts 50 basis points Fed rate cut next week after unemployment soared to near 4-year high. What will happen to gold if they do a cut of 50 basis points?
Gold will go up. Gold will go up.
Because people will see this as inflationary, right?
Correct. They'll see it as inflationary. And the problem is that the market has already factored all that in. And I don't know how much of a major effect that's going to have on the housing market, because the housing market is an absolute disaster and it's self-made. We all made it. We allowed houses to become more of a financial asset than a home. And we've allowed the stock market to become more of a panacea than the actual strength of America. So the strength during World War II that saved our nation was not the stock market. It was the United States of America, the people building factories, building planes. We did things. We didn't just bet on things. We actually did things. And that's what President Trump's trying to get us back to. But you're not going to have people buying homes, and that's the problem right now, when they can't get a decent price, when things are absolutely ridiculous. And that's because we self-made that happen. We generated it by playing games with houses as a financial instrument, live in it, sell it 2 years later, and I'm going to double my money. Well, unfortunately, the other people who want to buy it and live in it suffering the consequences of the word greed. That's the word, greed.
If you want to get a free packet of information on precious metals, including putting them into your IRA, just simply go to worldviewgold.com, worldviewgold.com, or you can text Wes at 602-558-8585, 602-558-8585. Text him your name and address. He'll send the packet on to you. Looking forward to having you with us October 3rd and 4th at our national 22nd annual Worldview Weekend here in Collierville, Tennessee.
Well, I appreciate it. Dolly and I are doing lunch. In any event, we'll have fun.
Dolly, are you doing lunch with Michael Weiner? He's sitting right here at the news desk. Are you? Are you going to do lunch with Michael?
Yeah.
Where's he
I'm bringing you a present from the cats.
Okay. Oh, the cats. She loves cats. She loves cats. She has a kitty cat. She has a kitty cat. You have a kitty cat,
Correct.
right? Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, she knows that. All right. Thank you, Michael.
All right. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too. Go to worldviewgold.com, folks. Worldviewgold.com. All right, guys, that's our broadcast for tonight. Do you appreciate all we're doing? We just work so hard. We really do. We love what we do. It's not easy, but we do love what we do overall. Yesterday was a very hard day. I didn't really love that, that's for sure. But we love what we do, and we love bringing you the news through the lens of a Christian worldview, helping you understand the times, bringing you reason, logic, context, and we push it all out for free. Yesterday, Logan said we had the highest numbers we have ever had. We were on the air for 7.5 hours. We've been on the air a long time tonight, too. We need your support, though, folks. We are under attack. The IRS is harassing the daylights out of us. They took our $49,000, as you know, because we simply paid our taxes, our payroll taxes, with a check when their system was down for 2 days. They gave us 2 letters of abatement. One saying, oh, don't worry about it. Then they tried to take it again, and we said, wait, here's a letter of abatement. They sent us another one. Then they came back around 2 years later and said, we want our money, and now it's from $43,000 up to over $49,000. I hate to tell you this, folks, but we have reason to believe there are Islamists that have reached into the high levels of the IRS, and the Islamists are trying to damage us. Annie Cyrus says on the dark web, the IRGC is openly talking about our foundation and trying to bankrupt our foundation, the IRGC. Well, what better way to do that than put some of your people, Islamists, inside the IRS and start harassing Christians and Christian organizations and organizations that talk about Islam? Is that what's going on? Well, that's what I'm being told is a possibility. So we need your support. The money we spend on accountants and attorneys and everything else just to try to be here. And our foundation helps us push out programming for free. We're also a church. Did you know that? We're a church. Our Sunday night church service I've been doing for years, where I'm teaching through the book of Revelation right now. I'll be back Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central, 9 Eastern, as I teach through Revelation chapter 20. I'm about halfway through that chapter, Revelation chapter 20. There's 22 chapters in that book. And then after that, I'm planning on teaching through the book of Daniel. So if you appreciate what we're doing, folks, and we're not just giving you the news, we're giving you truth through the lens of a Christian worldview. We give the gospel very clearly to people. If you appreciate all we're doing, folks, we do need your support. So please consider making a contribution now. You'll find our mailing address on our website if you prefer to support us through the mail. You'll also find our phone number if you would rather call, leave a voicemail for Melissa or text her, let her know that you'd like to support us, and she'll get back to you and help you do that. Thank you. We send out tax receipts the first week of every February. So thank you. All right, roll the music. Call it a night, guys. Everybody's tired. We're all ready to go. Here is our business cards. You can order these free. Get a pack of about 20 of them. Pass them out to your family and friends. We have sent out now, I think he told us the other day, over 20,000 of these. It's a great way just to say, hey, you guys want to try out a free network that talks about the issues of the day through the lens of a Christian worldview, reason, logic, context. Here it is. Pass them out, worldviewstore.com. May God save America. Pray for Charlie Kirk's family. Take care.